So the RFU email has just dropped. This is my initial reaction to the England squad to tour Japan and New Zealand. And straight away I've put them in positions and I can see some big omissions. But I think the back line actually I'm generally quite happy with. So 50-50 for me on this one. Let's get into it. Loose head prop. And we can see he's taken the out of form but experienced Joe Marler. Would Beno Urbano have been in? That is the big question. Emmanuel Yogun is going to be very unlucky. He's missed out for probably Rod. In fact, a lot of Northampton Saints, I think, are unlucky here. So I think that maybe is the headline. On to the hookers, and then the headline here again. Northampton Saints are missing out with Curtis Langdon. How on earth is Curtis Langdon not in? His form is much better than George and O'Gray. Dan, absolutely. I mean, George is the captain, so he was going to go, but O'Gray over Curtis Langdon, not seeing that one at all. I guess for the future, O'Gray is younger. Looking at the tight head props, and once again, Northampton Saints are going to be devastated because Trevor Davison is not in. 100% one of the top 3 tight head props in the country for sure. I thought they'd take Cole for the experience, but Hayes over Davison, not seeing it. Stewart, who doesn't start for Bath, I think it would have taken him, but Davison being left out seems like a really bad mistake for here, particularly in an area where we're not very strong. Second rows are as expected. Yules I thought was always going to go. I said that in my previous video. Now Chesham is out, so Coles, Yules, Atojo, Martin. Yeah, absolutely. In my prediction video, I said that Alfie Barbary would miss out, and he has. So unlucky for him, but I think there's maybe a bit of work to do there, fitness-wise, etc. Charlan Cunningham South is in, which is great, but Ted Hill is not, which seems just such a massive waste. He's in the form of his life. Maybe Cunningham South and Ted Hill are too similar. I think Ben Curry's got in over Hill, which Ben Curry's had a good season, but who can be world class? I'd say it's Ted Hill. Tom Curry, fair enough. If they think he's fit and ready to go, then he probably is one of our best back 3. Don Brandt is in, and many of you will not like that because you think he's not international quality, and surely this is kind of last chance saloon for him. He's got to have to show up really well here. Earl was always going to be in, and I thought he'd take Roots because he trusts him, and he does. Surely that could have been a Ted Hill space, though, for me. Underhill's playing out of his skin, so fair enough. So in the forwards, definitely some I don't agree with. No Langdon, no Davison, no Ted Hill. That seems a real mistake to me. But to be fair, in the back line, looking at it here, I actually agree with most of the calls. We've got Randall in the scrum halves. I thought it might be Van Portfleet, but on performance this year, Randall was the better scrum half. So they're going to play tempo, you've got to think, with this lineup. And thank God Spencer is in. Ben Spencer, if he wasn't in, that would have been a massive travesty. So it's weird. In the forwards, they've left some clear players out, but taken them in the backs with Spencer and Randall at scrum half. At fly half, they've got the 2 Smiths, of course. And with Ford dropping out, I did say I thought that Furbank would be the third 10, and that's what it looks like it is. Although I think Furbank will start fullback. They've taken an extra 15 in Carpenter, so maybe Ford dropping out is Carpenter's gain, because I thought they would have taken Stewart. Centre's quite a light area for us, and they have taken Dingwall. I thought they would. Ajomo didn't play enough games, so that was kind of understandable. Lawrence Northmore Slade is probably as good as it could be. Excited by the wingers. Faye Wabusu is there with Freeman. Roebuck is preferred over Will Muir. And then Slightholme is not ignored. So Northampton Saints are getting a little bit in this team with Slightholme there. Obviously Finn Smith, etc. So Slightholme, Roebuck, let's see how they go. But I think Faye Wabusu and Freeman, they look like starters to me for sure. So anyway, let me know what you think. Some big omissions in the forwards there. Can't believe that Langdon's not there. Davison and Ted Hill. In the backs, a lot better, I would say. So I'm 50-50 happy. Let me know what you think. Comments below. Like and subscribe. That would be amazing. And I'll catch you next time.